There's like a level of, I'm a guy that fights. And I could say this, like, I fought everybody. Jay's a good opponent. I can't beat him yet. Pause. And I'm not trying to beat him. I'm just protecting myself from the things he tried to do.
The wildest twist in hip-hop just dropped. Dame Dash actually gave Jay-Z his props. Can you believe that? The same man who used to throw major shade finally sat down and kept it real in one of the most honest interviews we've ever seen. Dame didn't just talk business. He straight up admitted that Jay was handling things the right way all along.
So I wasn't fighting for someone that's not fighting for themselves. And he's warned that. We are different kinds of people. You'd rather get punched in your face and not swing back in the moment. It's not even a thought. And then I'm like, he hanging out with Steve Stout. And I remember when I smacked the shit out of Steve Stout, he did not swing back. So he should be in that crew. They're the not Paul swing back crew when they get punched and smacked. I'm not in that crew.
And if that wasn't shocking enough, he gave a huge shout out to Memphis Bleek for being loyal from day one. That hit different because loyalty in this game is rare, especially when fame, money, and ego start flying around like crazy. What makes this moment even heavier is that Dame wasn't talking like some random dude reminiscing. He was speaking from experience. From wild wins to painful losses, he's lived it all in the world of hip-hop, power moves, betrayal, and trust. You could feel the emotion when he said Bleek never threw dirt on Jay's name, never flipped sides, and never chased clout when things got messy. That's real respect. But here's the kicker. Dame also admitted he might have underestimated Bleek back in the day. He even confessed he should have made him vice president. That's huge coming from Dame Dash, a man who rarely gives that kind of credit. This moment wasn't just another interview, it was history in the making, and it showed that even the loudest voices can still recognize real loyalty when they see it. Dame Dash, the man who helped build entire hip-hop empires, just admitted something no one ever thought he would. He said he missed the real power behind someone's loyalty until it was too late. That's not just a quote for headlines, that's a straight-up lesson in how business, trust, and power truly work in this cutthroat game. He dropped one of the coldest lines ever.
And of course, you're going to click up with the nigga I smacked in the face that didn't swing back. You guys are brothers now. That's your crew. Go get money with them. Do that. But now you know what happens when you with the Godfather.
Bye. Get a boat so we can talk. But even with all that boss talk, the most powerful thing Dame said wasn't about money or flashy deals, it was about loyalty. He made it clear that real success doesn't come from contracts or cash. It comes from who stays down when everyone else switches up. Money, it disappears fast. Deals, they break apart just as quickly. But loyalty, that's the one thing that actually lasts.
I got jumped by 30 niggas. I fought all of them. I caught some stitches, but f all that. I would not be able to live with myself if somebody punched me in my face. And when I asked my cousin why he let True Life punch him in his face, he said, I wasn't getting paid this day. And he didn't swing back.
And for Dame to admit that Jay-Z was right about business, then turn around and give Memphis Bleek his flowers, that's major. He doesn't hand out compliments like candy, so when he said Bleek stood tall, never trashed Jay, and always stayed loyal, you could feel that was coming from deep respect. This moment right here shows how far hip-hop has come. It's like watching the culture finally grow up. Back in the day, everything was wild. Chaos everywhere. Money drama, friendships blowing up, egos clashing non-stop. But now, you've got one of the loudest voices from that era straight up saying, yo, maybe I was wrong. That's real evolution. Jay-Z wasn't just doing business, he was doing it right. That kind of honesty hits hard in a game built on pride and competition. What makes this so powerful is what it teaches the new generation. It's not always about who screams the loudest or throws the best punchlines in a feud. It's about who builds something that lasts. Sometimes the quiet moves end up making the loudest impact later on. But let's be real, this wasn't Dame waving no white flag. Nah, this was classic Dame Dash, raw, unfiltered, still sharp, still ready for anything. He reminded everyone that loyalty gets tested.
So you could never think that you're going to fight a man that fights is going to beat a man that has already let niggas punch him in the face and he did not swing back.
And sometimes the people closest to you are the first to flip when things get tough. That's not him being bitter. That's wisdom earned from real scars and real pain. And here's what makes it even more solid. Dame didn't sit there playing the victim or pointing fingers at Jay, Bleek, or anybody else. He stood tall, spoke facts, and kept it classy. That's growth mixed with survival instincts, the kind that only comes from living through the ups and downs of hip-hop's coldest lessons. Dame Dash did something most people in hip-hop never do. He owned up to the past. He didn't dodge it, didn't sugarcoat it. He faced it head on, admitted the truth, and gave credit where it was due. That's real accountability right there. That's a man saying, I might not like how everything went down, but I can still respect who handled things the right way. And let's be honest, in this industry, that kind of honesty is rare, almost unheard of. For Jay-Z, this was the ultimate confirmation that his way of doing business wasn't just about ego or flexing power.
This is because you with my kids. This is why I'm saying the truth. I'm not holding you down no more.
It was about structure. It was about strategy, calm moves, and long-term vision. Jay's quiet, calculated code wasn't just pride, it was discipline. It was the kind of mindset that builds something strong enough to last way beyond the beefs and industry noise. That's real boss energy. And for Memphis Bleek, this moment is pure validation. People have thrown shade at him for years, saying he only made it because of Jay, but this proves otherwise. He stayed down, stayed loyal, never switched sides, and now even Dame Dash, a man known for calling things as he sees them, is giving him his flowers.
If there was a movie that if he was the character and paid in full, he was a character and paid in full. He's Rico, right? Right now, that would be a Rico move. This nigga fucking with my kid. That was crazy. But he's not Rico. He's Rico Suave now. So when y'all say good job, Rico, call him Rico Suave. That's what I would do. Cause there's like a level of, I'm a guy that fights. And I could say this, I fought everybody. Jay's a good opponent.
That says everything about Bleek's character, his loyalty, and the respect he's finally getting for staying solid through it all. At the end of the day, this whole thing ain't even about who came out on top. It's about what got learned through the pain and the pressure. Loyalty and strategy are the real currency in hip-hop. Because when the fame fades, the headlines dry up, and the lights go out, all that really matters is who you stood by and how you moved when things got rough. That's what separates the legends from the loud talkers. Dame Dash might never chill with Jay-Z again, and that's fine. But the fact that he could sit down, be real, and admit that Jay was right about business while showing love to Memphis Bleek's loyalty, that's huge! It shows that under all those scars and years of silence, there's still a real code of respect between men who built something powerful, even if it didn't end pretty. So now it's your turn. Do you think Dame Dash admitting Jay-Z was right changes how people see their fallout? And is Memphis Bleek the most loyal soldier in hip-hop? Or does someone else deserve that crown? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear what you think. And don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and hit that bell so you don't miss the next one. See you in the next video.